Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're doing well today because we've got an important Social Security update that could change a lot for millions of Americans. We're talking about the Social Security Fairness Act, a bill that's making its way through Congress right now. It's big news, and I'm going to break it down for you. So stick around, because this could mean bigger checks for people who've been shortchanged for far too long. And before we jump into it, you know the deal. If you're enjoying these updates and want to stay in the loop on Social Security, finances, and helpful tips, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and I want to continue doing this for you and appreciate every single one of you. Alright, let's get into it. So here's the deal. The Social Security Fairness Act is all about fixing two policies that have been reducing benefits for public servants. If you've worked as a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or held another government job where you received a pension and didn't pay into Social Security, you're probably familiar with these rules. The Windfall Elimination Provision, WEP, and the Government Pension Offset, GPO. Let's simplify this. WEP cuts Social Security benefits for people who have both a pension and Social Security credits from other jobs. GPO reduces spousal or survivor benefits if you get a government pension. In some cases, it can completely wipe out those benefits. Does that sound fair? Not really. That's why this bill is called the Fairness Act. It's about giving back the Social Security money people have earned and deserve. Now, if this bill passes, it would eliminate WEP and GPO, which means about 2.8 million Americans, including public servants and their families, would see bigger Social Security checks. And let's be real, for folks living on fixed incomes, this can be important. Groceries, rent, gas, everything's more expensive right now, and every dollar counts. But of course, there's a debate happening in Congress about the cost. The Congressional Budget Office estimates the Social Security Fairness Act would cost about $195 billion over the next 10 years. And here's the important part. This money comes directly from the Social Security Trust Fund, not the national debt. So no, it doesn't add to the deficit, but it does mean the trust fund would run out a little sooner, by about 6 months, according to the CBO. Now, I want to be clear, Social Security is already facing challenges. If nothing changes, the trust fund is expected to run low around 2035. After that, benefits could get cut automatically by about 23%. That's why lawmakers are raising concerns. Some are saying, we need a bigger plan to fix Social Security as a whole, not just small pieces like this. And while they're not wrong that Social Security needs long-term reform, the Fairness Act is about fairness now. It's about helping people who've been penalized for no good reason. The good news? This bill has momentum. It's already passed the House, and in the Senate, it has 61 co-sponsors. That's more than the 60 votes needed to pass. Both Democrats and Republicans are on board, which is pretty rare these days. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said he's ready to bring it to a vote, so this bill is this close to becoming law. But, and you know there's always a but, some senators might still try to block it. They're worried about the cost, even though the trust fund money is there to cover it. Others want a bigger reform plan instead of piecemeal fixes. And look, I get it, there's a lot to figure out when it comes to Social Security. But at the same time, people need help now. And let's not forget who this bill impacts: teachers, police officers, firefighters, people who've spent their lives serving their communities. They paid into Social Security and they earned those benefits. So why should they be penalized just because they also get a pension? Now, here's something else to keep in mind. Social Security has been facing pressure because of demographics. Around 10,000 baby boomers retire every day. And by the time they're all done retiring, we're talking about 76 million people. That's a lot of folks collecting benefits, and at the same time, fewer workers are paying into the system. So yes, Social Security has long-term funding challenges, and Congress needs to address them sooner rather than later. But the Social Security Fairness Act isn't about solving the whole problem, it's about fixing an injustice that's been around for decades. And honestly, it's progress. If this passes, it'll help millions of people who need it. So what happens next? Well, we're waiting for the Senate to hold a vote. And with bipartisan support, there's a real chance this bill gets through. But it's Congress, so you never know. I'll be watching this closely, and as soon as there's an update, you'll be the first to know. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think about the Social Security Fairness Act? Is it the right move? Should Congress focus on fixing WEP and GPO, or do you think they need to tackle Social Security as a whole? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I really want to know what you think. And hey, if you made it this far, you're appreciated. Don't forget to hit that like button if you found this helpful, and subscribe so you don't miss future updates. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, whether it's a friend, a family member, or someone in public service. Thanks so much for watching, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.